So we're reading Bhagavatam. How Aditi performed Payavrat. So tell me, why did Aditi perform the Payavrat? Because Bali Maharaj, his son, Bali Maharaj, he had conquered the kingdom of Swarga. So the demons, they came, they changed, like they went under disguise and they went here and there, scattered, and they flee off Swarga. And she was thinking, how can my sons again take back Swargalok? How can my sons again take back Swargalok? Because the mothers, they worry so much. The mothers, they worry so much, and they want their sons to come back to the house. Isn't it? So Aditi told everything to her husband, Kashyapa, whatever had happened. And he told her, okay, perform Payavrat. Means just drink milk only. Shukadeva Goswami said, "Oh Maharaj Parikshit, after speaking this way, the Supreme Lord disappeared from that very spot. Aditi, having received the extremely valuable benediction that the Lord would appear as her son, considered herself very successful, and with great devotion she approached her husband. So for 12 days she performed this vow. Then Bhagavan became pleased and told, I will come as your son. And he told her, if you keep something secret, then the thing will be successful. He told, you should not disclose this fact to anyone. That which is very confidential is successful if kept secret. So you should not tell things about your bhajan here and there. Should not tell here and there, everywhere. Aditi was very pleased. So being situated in a meditational trance, Kashyapa Muni, whose vision is never mistaken, could see that the plenary portion of the Supreme Lord had entered within him. O King, as the wind promotes friction between two pieces of wood and thus gives rise to fire, Kashyapa Muni, whose transcendental position was fully absorbed in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, transferred his potency into the womb of Aditi. So, how Bhagavan was born? He appeared, but according to the Mundan vision, he came from one body to another body and became like the womb. Because in this world, by the contact of woman and man, the babies are born. So from the body of the woman, then the baby comes, right? You know, the soul enters the body and is born and everything. But with Bhagavan, it's not like that. Actually, God and himself and his body are same. There's no difference between God and his form. But according to the Mundan vision, Bhagavan himself, he entered in the body of Kashyap. Then from the body of Kashyap, he came to the womb. He entered the womb of Aditi. Did you understand? So this is the difference between. Did you understand something I said or not? So tell me, what did I say? What is the difference? So from the body of Kashyap, then he came to the body, like Bhagavan entered the womb of Aditi. The body of the soul, like general conditioned soul, they get the 5 element body. You know, because of the relation between man and woman, mother, father, then we get the body. But the body of God is not made of 5 elements. So there's not even this question arising as that he would get the body because of the contact of man and with the woman and like this. So the example given in verse 23, as the wind promotes friction between 2 pieces of wood and thus gives rise to fire, Kashyapa Muni, whose transcendental position was fully absorbed in God, transferred his potency into the womb of Aditi. So there's fire in the wood, but the wind creates this friction between 2 pieces of wood and then thus give rise to fire. So when it's too hot, like in Australia and other countries, there's so much hot wind that so the wind also creates some friction between the trees, and then it starts a fire in the woods, in the forest. So 23, chapter 17. As the wind promotes friction between 2 pieces of wood and thus give rise to fire, Kashyapa Muni, whose transcendental position was fully absorbed in the Supreme Lord, transferred his potency into the womb of Aditi. So the difference of how God appears, you know? Like for example, how Mahaprabhu appeared. They saw when divine light Que isso, gente? Antes mais. O Supreme Lord, 25. Brahma toads, all glory is unto you, who are glorified by all and whose activities are all in common. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, O Lord of the Transcendentalists, controller of three modes of nature. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you, all the pervading Lord Vishnu, who have entered the cores of hearts of all living entities. All the three worlds reside within your navel, yet you are above. Yet you are above the three worlds. So many prayers Brahma performed. Then, so we're coming to the manifestation of Vamanadev. Chapter 18. 8th canto, 18th chapter. Astadasha means 18. The conversation between Bali and Vamana. Verse 1. Shukadeva Goswami said, Hey Maharaj Parikit, after Lord Brahma has thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and prowess, the Supreme Lord, who is never subject to death like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. His four hands were decorated with a conch shell, club, lotus and disc. He was dressed in yellow garments and his eyes appeared like the petals of a blooming lotus. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, those who understand my birth and activities are transcendental. My janma and my karma, my birth and activities are transcendental. So about Gurudeva also, I wrote also in this article, that we are celebrating the centennial of Gurudeva, right? Centennial of his birth. So in February we celebrated the Satabdi, the centennial of the birth of Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Now it's also coming the centennial of the birth of in December. When it's coming? Two centennial births are coming. Birth of centennial of the births are coming. In December is from Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj. Vamana Goswami also. So the day of disappearance day of Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, it will be the appearance of Srila Vamana Maharaj and also his centennial. In December. How possible? It will be in the time of parikrama actually. Yes, in December then, yeah. In this context, I wrote something the centennial. So 100 years after their appearance. So what is the meaning of celebrating centennial? 100 years since they appeared. If we follow this or celebrate this, so actually they are singing us subject to time, right? Because 100 years, like they're subject to time, right? But God and His devotees actually, they are Kalatheeth, they are beyond time and space. Beyond time, Kalatheeth, beyond time. So I wrote this. So Kaladhin, subject to time, and another thing is Kaladhin and Kalatheeth. Kalatheeth beyond time. So Gurudev, so the jivas, the conditioned soul, but the jiva they are Kaladhin, subject to time. Give attention. Kaladhin, like subject to time. Subject. Being subject to time, we are in this material world, being born and taking birth and dying. Try to understand it very well, this point. So what is to be Kaladhin, like subject to time? According to the karma, we are subject to time and what's happening. So because of time, we are born and we die also. So according to the karma we performed, we get the body according to the karma. And actually it's already predestined how much time we will stay in the body. Sorry, this phone had fallen, that's why it was far. So since we are born, the Providence did something, but the Hindi is freezing up. Okay, Providence wrote in our foreheads when we are going to die. So we are subject to time. We are also inspired by time to perform activities. Actually, time inspires us to perform activities. So that's why Kal Chakra, the wheel of time. So we are bound to enjoy or suffer the fruits of our results of the activities according to the Kal Chakra, the wheel of time. Hindi connection is not good. It's freezing all the time. Who is there? Please. So the wheel. So there's a wheel that's always moving over everyone's heads. Which wheel? Not Sudarshan Chakra. Actually, Kal Chakra, the wheel of time, is moving, turning, spinning over everyone's heads. So we are all inspired by the time to perform, and we are like to perform work, and we are wandering this cycle of repeated birth and death. Actually, this cycle of time. So we have to stay for a specific time in this world, and when this cycle of this wheel of the time spins or like it's over, then this Kal Chakra, this wheel of time, falls on our head and we die. So maybe a person is alive, suddenly he dies, actually his time came, Even we use this expression, his time came, like to depart. Where is the water, human being? So we get inspired by the Kal Chakra, wheel of time. Then, because of this, we go from one body to another body. So, Srimad Bhagavatam explains how the jivas are going. Could somebody move better this camera, please? Gurudev, we cannot even see his hands. Gurudev is showing something, but the camera of the Hindi is completely focusing only Gurudev's face. We cannot see anything. I think Gurudev is showing that kind of a worm that walks, like joining his body, like a butterfly in the beginning of the life of the butterfly. The small worms. Do you understand? We want to see Gurudev's hand. Gurudev's hand. So Shastra gives exactly this example. Like when they, because when the jiva is one body, actually it's already predestined where the jiva will go next after, you know. So it's like before giving one step, so like which body will go next, it's already fixed. What is your next body you have to go? You have to go to an animal body or to a human being body, or so it's already predestined before you leave your body. So they gave the example of this insect, this like kind of worm that it moves. I don't know the name in English, not even in Portuguese, but it moves like his body is completely contracted. Then again he's walking out like crawling like this. I don't know proper word. So before you leave the body, it's already predestined where you go next. According to the karma, you go to that body, the next body. Like Bharat Maharaj, from the human body, he went to the body of a deer. It was already predestined or established before where he was going. So we are thinking so much, but actually, Kal has time, already has everything fixed up. He has already fixed up everything. The Kal, the time. But also it can change also. Those who do bhajan, if you do bhajan, it changes. Yes. If you say, for example, I want to stay more days in this world, Bhagavan, he can increase your time. But those who are not doing bhajan, then yeah, their time is predestined. But those who are doing bhajan, God can increase the time lifespan. He can decrease or increase. Okay, he can allow more days. Okay, stay more time and chant my names, do bhajan. Because the devotee wants this. Why the devotees want to stay more time in this world? The karmis, they want to stay more time in this world because they want to enjoy money and other things. But the devotees, they want to stay alive for more time because they will be able to serve Bhagavan, and this is the difference. So the karmis also want to stay in this world, and the devotee also to stay longer in this world. So the karmis, they want to stay in this world to enjoy and to give them more time to enjoy. But the devotees, they're like, oh, if I get more lifespan, I will serve more. Understand? Oh, my bhajan is not yet mature. Hey Bhagavan, hey Lord, give me more lifespan so that I can chant more holy names. That's it. That's the difference. So I was telling all this because, but those jivas who are very sinful, so much into karma. What did I say? After that, they go to Chandralok. Then they go to Surjalok. Then they go to... Sorry, who are those talking about? I'm lost. So they are wandering in the sky. The Mahapapis, yes? Please somebody confirm. Then they are wandering in the sky. And then if God has desire, so actually they have to suffer in their sinful activities in swarga or naraka. Then they are sent to Chandraloka, then to Suryaloka, then they go to even higher, to the Maha Akash, great sky, I don't know, Maha Akash. So there's a waiting list. Sorry Kunjesh, what did you say? So if your flight is delayed. Okay, thank you. Okay, this happens to the materialistic persons. So then if Bhagavan has desire, No, the person has already suffered. Suppose a person goes to Jamaloka to suffer, like to hell, then to Swarga to enjoy the punya. After enjoying or suffering the results of the karma, punya papa, then they go to Chandraloka, moon. Then they go to the Jaloka, sun. Then they are sent to Mahakash. Akash means sky, Maha great. We call Antariksha, space. In the space. So in the space, the jiva is wandering, just like a dust. Wandering. There are unlimited jivas wandering in the space. Do you understand? Unlimited jivas, they are wandering in the space. Then when Bhagavan has desire, oh, I want to again bring this jiva to be born in this samsara, material world. Then he brings the jiva down, God brings the jiva down. Then by the meaning of Suryaloka and Chandraloka, the jiva will come down and stays, like from the rain and the clouds. By the drops of the rain, this jiva will take shelter of the rain, raindrops, and it will come to this world. The soul comes to the earth. So, but it's already fixed where the jiva will be born, in which species. Okay, maybe animal body or human body. So then, okay, maybe the jiva will be born as a cow, or maybe a human being. Okay. But which kind of human being? How is this human being? Everything is already. Fixed. Then like that jiva will come to that vegetable, suppose, and the man will eat that food, and it will come to the body of the man. Then from the man body, it will come to the womb of the mother. Then the jiva will get the body in the womb. Then later comes out and come to the world. In this way, this is the way. Did you understand? So if the jiva needs to enter today in the womb of mother, how to do or how much time takes, this all belongs, it's up to God. So the woman eats and the jiva is not coming to the body of the woman. So imagine, one soul enters a fruit or a vegetable. The man ate that fruit or vegetable, and this soul came to the body of the man. If the woman eats something and there's a jiva in that jiva will not be born from the woman. But if the woman eats, actually the jiva comes to the body of the man. Then it goes to the body of the woman and enters her body by the man, through the man. So Shastra explains how the jiva comes to the womb of the mother in this way. So if the mother eats, then nothing. But if the father eats, then from the body of the father, the jiva will come to the body of the mother. Actually, there are unlimited jivas in the body of the father. But that specific soul that needs to take birth, that only one Atma will come from the body of the father and enter the body of the mother. Do you understand or not? The scientists cannot understand this. How is this happening? The scientists show this, that, and the many explanations they have. But Shastra explains this like this. Sometimes at once or 2, 3 times by the desire of Lord, they have to take birth. That's why sometimes they are like twins or triplets. The scientists explain this one. The scientists explain about the division of the soul and the cell divided in this way, that way. That's why they are twins and like this. The material scientists, they are saying all these things. But actually, it's the desire of God that by His desire these things take place. Many reasons are also there. Chalo. But the birth of God and the devotee and His devotees are Kalatheeth, beyond time. They are not subject to time and karma, these things. So, centennial of Gurudev. 100 years before, where was Gurudev then? So we are celebrating 100 years that Gurudev was born. So 100 years that he appeared in this world. So 100 years ago, where was Gurudev before coming here? So if you from 100 years since he was born until now, do you understand? So Gurudev was born in 1921, right? And now it's 2021, so 100 years passed. So this 100 years, then this will make Gurudev subject to time, right? Huh? This would make Gurudev being Kaladhin, subject to time, like dependent on time. But God and the Shuddha Bhaktas, they are not Kaladhin, they are Kalatheeth, beyond time. Try to understand. To understand, you have to read about this. God and His Shuddha Bhaktas, they are Kalatheeth, beyond of time. But the normal jivas, they are Kaladhin, they are subject to time. And I gave the example how they come to the womb of the mother. The jiva was in the space. Do you understand what is space? You know the space, wandering the space. Then by the desire of the Lord, they come. According to the karma, they are born in specific condition. But God and His devotees are not like this. Take so much time to understand this. So Bhagavan Vishnu, what did he do? He entered the body of Kashyapa, and then from the body of Kashyapa, he came to the womb of Aditi. Do you understand? So he comes in his own body and lives also in his own body. But if you say, how this is possible? Okay, for Bhagavan, we don't see. But we see the Shuddha Vaishnavas. They took birth from the womb of mother also, the Shuddha Vaishnavas. After being born, they grow up. You know, they have also youth, like childhood, youth, also old age. So this makes them Kaladhin, subject to time. Do you understand? Try to understand what I'm saying. This is alaukik, supramundane. No. Actually, they come in their nitya sharir, eternal body, and also they go in their nitya sharir, eternal body. This is only... Actually, there is a curtain of Maya on our eyes, but we cannot understand this. Actually, they are always in their nitya swarup, eternal form, always. But I saw his white hair, I saw his body was becoming like wrinkled, you know, his skin full of wrinkles. How possible? No. Actually, he's always in the chit sharir, eternal, transcendental body. He's always in his eternal, transcendental body. Always he's in this body. But you cannot see him actually. You cannot see him. He's in his nitya chit sharir, transcendental eternal body. According to the lokariti, like customs of this world, like, you know, then he's showing this all like transformation of the body, like old age, youth. Why he's showing this? Just to make you more attached to him. Then you can have a family member relationship. Lokik sadbandh bat priti. That's why. You know, yesterday I told about Devaki and Vasudev. Yes, Vasudev. Devaki and Vasudev. They never would give a Ashirvad, blessing to Krishna. And also they wouldn't allow Krishna to take their foot dust. They didn't allow even Krishna and Balaram to touch their feet. Yesterday I told that Krishna and Balaram, when they went to the jail of Kamsa, after killing Kamsa, they went, first of all, they went to set free Ugrasen from the jail. Then also they went to set free Devaki Vasudev from the jail. And they set them free. Krishna and Balaram set them free. After setting them free, Krishna and Balaram, they tried to touch the feet of Devaki Vasudev, but they didn't allow them because they saw, he's Swayam Bhagavan. He's Swayam Bhagavan. Because they saw him before in the forearms, remember? Like when Krishna was born. So, they don't have Lokik Sadbandhu Bhat Priti. Devaki Vasudev, they don't have family relationship with Krishna like a normal family member. Do you understand? Because if you have a Shwara Buddhi or a reverence, how can you have Lokik Sadbandhu Bhat Priti, affection like a worldly family member? So Devaki Vasudev, they knew, although Krishna is my son, but he is Swayam Bhagavan. So they have this bhagavath buddhi, knowledge that he is the supreme. Devaki Vasudev, they had this bhagavath buddhi in their heart. They know he is Bhagavan. Isn't it? When we... So he's performing pastimes like a human being. So, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, he told a beautiful story. Beautiful story. There was a boy from a village. He was a very poor boy. He had no food, not proper clothes. His parents couldn't take care of him properly also. So in the cold time, I think cold time or winter time, I think in the winter time his nose was always running. Nose running. He had a running nose all the time. How do you say? Nose running, you know. So he was always cleaning his nose in his own arm. And so much, oh my god, I forgot this name of this English word. So much this green and white thing coming from the nose. So some people, they have tissue, and some people even put, clean with the tissue and then put in their pocket the tissue full of these things from the nose. How do you call this in English? Snot? Snot. But he was a poor boy. Boogers. Full of the boogers. So he would take from his nose and put aside. So his parents gave him the name Panchana. Panchana. Panchana is also a name of Shiva actually. So he has 5 heads, Shiva, that's why he's called Panchanan. But his name was so big, Panchanan, so nobody would tell this big name, like long name. So his parents would call him Pachu Pachu. And people from village even would call him Pacha Pacha. And also his nose was always running. Pacha also means, Pacha means rotten. If something's rotten, then also if something's rotten, automatically water will come out. It's like, for example, a rotten potato. Some water comes from it, right? So he had boogers so much coming from his nose, like this phlegm coming out from his nose and also from his ears. So look like a rotten, that's why people would call him Pacha. So he was famous by the name Pacha. Pacha means rotten because always this water come from his nose, ears, and he was a very poor boy. Somehow his parents gave study, like put him in school and help him in the studies and everything. Later in the life he became an SS officer. Which officer? district magistrate. Like he became a very district magistrate. After 20-25 years, he became a district magistrate. He left his village and so he started living in the city. So many cars always with him because he was like important person. He got, I don't understand, but he was important. So he was going to the court. Everybody would salute him when they saw him, calling him your honor, your honor. He was like, the judge, So the magistrates, they get so much honor. So after that, maybe 30 or 35 years later, he came back to his home village. But he came to the village only for 2 days. His parents had already left body. He came to his village. People of the village told, "Oh, is the Pacha again? Pacha is back." No, it's not Pacha, not this rotten. But no, another person, it's not Pacha. Some envious people also in the village. How come he became so famous and so rich and so important? No, we don't believe it's him. Cannot be him. It cannot be him. No. No, it's just someone who came to the village wearing this suit and they rented or they bought this car from somewhere else and this just a show up. This is artificial. Who is this person? Come on. Okay. Some people told no. 30 years ago, you see, he left the village. His parents helped him study. He did university, so many things, and now look his position. But one day, what happened? There was a quarrel one day. That village debates a quarrel. Then the case of this debate came to the Pacha because he was the judge in the city, right? So, like a lawsuit. Then the villagers came and they saw Rio in the court. Oh, it's really Pacha. Yeah. I'm Panchanan. And everybody that time believed that the judge was really the Panchanan. So in the same way, someone performing bhajan and sadhana, if he reaches a high position, normal people not understand him. How possible he's like that, or they will not. So continuing, the normal jivas and the eternal associates of Lord, so like Bhagavan also, they come from the womb of a mother and they perform pastimes and then they leave this world. So I was telling about Kaladhin and Kalatheeth, subject to time and beyond time. The normal jivas, they are called Kaladhin, subject to time. But Bhagavan and the Shuddha Bhaktas, they are Kalatheeth. By the desire of Lord, they come from the eternal abode of Lord. They perform pastimes and then they go. I have to go to Durvasa today, right?
भगवान देव का प्रकट होना वो बोली पावन संवाद इत्थं विरिंचि स्तुतकर्म वीर्यं प्रादुर्भुवायमृत भूरदीप्तं चतुर्भुज शंख गदाब्ज चक्रः संगवासा नलिनायत एकक्षणम। इस श्लोक याद करो, सुंदर।
This sloka you could memorize, very beautiful.
Brahma virin ithang virincham stutakarma virjam pradurvuva vritam pura aditam chaturbhuja sankha gadav abja chakram vishanga bhasa nalinayat ikshanam.
8.18.1. Very beautiful. Shukadeva Goswami is telling to Maharaj Parikshit. After Lord Brahma had thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and prowess, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never subject to death, like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. His 4 hands were decorated with a conch shell, club, lotus and disc. He was dressed in yellow garments, and his eyes appeared like the petals of blooming lotus. Verse 2. The body of the Supreme Lord, like all the avatars, generally they are all blackish in complexion. Shamala Varna. Vamanadev was also like that. The body of the Supreme Lord, blackish in complexion, was free from all inebrities. His lotus face, decorated with earrings resembling sharks, appeared very beautiful, and on his bosom was the mark of Srivatsa. He wore bangles on his wrists, aromats on his arms, a helmet on his head, a belt on his waist, a sacred thread across his chest, and ankle bells decorating his lotus feet. So beautiful. An uncommonly beautiful garland of flowers decorated his bosom. And because the flowers were extremely fragrant, a large group of bees, making their natural humming sounds, invaded them for honey. When the Lord appeared, wearing the Kaustuba gem on his neck, his effulgence vanquished the darkness in the home of the Prajapati Kashyapa. At that time, there was happiness in all directions, in the reservoirs of water like the rivers and oceans, and in the core of everyone's heart. The various seasons displayed their respective qualities, and all living entities in the upper planetary systems, in outer space, and on the surface of the earth were jubilant. The demigods, the cows, the brahmanas, and the hills and the mountains were all filled with joy. Because Swami Bhagavan had just appeared, right? So, on the day of Shravana Dwadasi, the 12th day of the bright fortnight in the month of Bhadra. So when was it? Month of Bhadra, Shravana Dwadasi. When the moon came into the lunar mansion Shravan, and the auspicious moment of Abhijit, the Lord appeared in this universe. Considering the Lord's appearance very auspicious, all the stars and planets, from the sun to Saturn, were munificently charitable. So beautiful. O King, when the Lord appeared on Dwadasi, the 12th day of the moon, the sun was at the meridian. As every learned scholar knows, this Dwadasi is called Vijaya. Conch shells, kettle drums, parnavas, arnaks vibrated in concert. The sound of these and various other instruments was tumultuous. Being very pleased, the celestial dancing girls, Apsaras, danced in jubilation. The best of the Gandharvas sang songs, and the great sages, demigods, Manus, Pitas, and fire gods offered prayers to satisfy the Lord.
अदिति के आश्रम आश्रम पर
They see this Vidyadharas, Kim Purushas, Kinaras, Charanas, Jakshas, Rakshas, Suparnas.
वर्षा
They threw shower of like of flowers,
पुष्प से फूलों से
like a rain of flowers.
गया।
And Aditi's house was full of flowers, like
अदिति ने देखा कि योग माया से
covered with flowers, her house.
के शरीर धारण
When Aditi saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead who had appeared from her womb, her own womb, having accepted a transcendental body by his own spiritual potency, she was struck with wonder and was very happy. Upon seeing the child, Prajapati Kashyapati exclaimed, Jai, Jai, in great happiness and wonder.
जय हो जय हो जय हो कहने लगी। हैं? भगवान वामन जी की प्रकट हुई ना सुंदर विचित्र
So Bhagavan Vamanadev,
भगवान
very,
आभूषण
the Lord appeared in his original form with ornaments and weapons in his hands.
उसी अव्यक्त
Although this ever-existing form is not visible in the material world,
अदृश्य विग्रह के
he nonetheless appeared in this form.
हैं? जो अव्यक्त है वो क्या कर दिया व्यक्त कर दिया।
So something which is, although this ever-existing form is not visible in the material world, he nonetheless appeared in this form. Then, in the presence of his father and mother, he assumed the form of Vamana, a Brahmana dwarf, a brahmachari, just like a theatrical actor.
सॉरी उनकी लीलाएं बड़ी अद्भुत है। हैं? चलो आरती की व्यवस्था करो।
Prepare for the Aditi.
वामन भगवान को ब्राह्मण कुमार ने रूप के देखकर
At the sacred thread ceremony of Vamanadev, the sun god personally uttered the Gayatri mantra. Brihaspati offered the sacred thread and Kashyap Muni offered a straw belt.
सब जी को आगे करके अपने जात कर्मों आदि अनुष्ठान करवाएं। जब भगवान वामन का उपनयन संस्कार होने लगा तब सूर्य देव ने उन्हें स्वयं ही गायत्री मंत्र प्रदान किया। बृहस्पति ने यज्ञोपवीत उपवीत एवं कश्यप जी ने उसकी मेखला भेंट दिया। पृथ्वी ने कृष्ण मृग का चर्म, बृहस्पति ने स्वामी चंद्रमा
Mother Earth gave him a deer skin, and the demigod of the moon, who is the king of the forest, gave him a Brahma Danda, the rod of a brahmachari. His mother Aditi gave him cloth for underwear, and the deity presiding over the heavenly kingdom offered him an umbrella. O king, Lord Brahma offered a water pot to the inexhaustible Supreme Lord. The 7 sages offered him kusha grass, and the mother Saraswati gave him a string of rudraksha beads. When Vamanadev had thus been given the sacred thread, Kuber, king of the Jakshas, gave him a pot for begging alms, and Mother Bhagavati, the wife of Lord Shiva, and most chaste mother of the entire universe, gave him his first alms. So Annapurna Devi, she sits on the lion, and she's giving food, grains. So that's why people worship Bhavani Devi, to get wealth and food. You see, the first person who gave the, because he's saying Annapurna is like the wife of Lord Shiva. Having thus been welcomed by everyone, Lord Vamanadev, the best of the brahmacharis, exhibited his Brahman effulgence. Thus he surpassed in beauty that entire assembly, which was filled with great saintly brahmanas. When the Lord heard that Bali Maharaj was performing Ashwamedha sacrifice under the patronage of Brahmanas belonging to the Bhrigu dynasty, the Supreme Lord, who is full in every respect, proceeded there to show his mercy to Bali Maharaj. By his weight, he pushed down the earth with every step.
प्रकट करने के लिए महाराज बलि के पास गए से पृथ्वी पग पग सुखाती जाती थी देखो वामन देव जब पैर रख रहे हैं
So when Vamanadev was walking,
वर्षा करने के लिए अपने आप
then the earth would
उत्तरी किनारे में भृगु कच्छ नामक एक बड़ा सुंदर क्षेत्र है
would be pushed down with every step.
पुरोहित ब्राह्मण महाराज भृगुवंशीय पुरोहित ब्राह्मण महाराज बोली से यज्ञ करा रहे थे भृगुवंशीय ब्राह्मण जैसे ही भगवान वामन उसके समीप पहुंचे तो उनके दर्शन से ऐसे प्रतीत हुआ मानो अति तेजोमय सूर्य का उदय हो रहा हो हे राजन उस समय भगवान वामन देव के तेज से ऋत्विज यजमान बोली एवं उस समय भगवान वामन के तेज बल से ऋत्विज यजमान बोली एवं सभा से ऋत्विज यजमान बोली एवं
While engaged in performing the sacrifice in the field known as Brigu Kach on the northern bank of the Narmada river, the Brahminical priests, the descendants of Brigu, saw Vamanadeva to be like the sun rising nearby. So Bali Maharaj was thinking, who is coming? When Bhagavan Vamanadev he was coming to the place of fire sacrifice, the four directions they were illuminating with his body, like shining because of him. Everybody saw him and became astonished. Bali Maharaj was thinking, maybe Surya Deva himself or Agni Deva came to see my fire sacrifice, or maybe the four Kumaras came to see. Maybe they are coming. The four Kumaras, they are brahmachari, so from birth. So here are so beautiful and also they are shining so much, their body glows. So Bali Maharaj was thinking, who is coming? Or maybe Agni Deva is coming, Agni Devata, fire god or sun god. And because they're so shining, all of them. So he saw that person coming, shining so much. So he thought maybe he's one of them. Appearing as a Brahmana boy wearing a belt of straw, sacred thread, and upper garment of deer skin, Vamanadeva entered the arena of sacrifice. His brilliant effulgence diminished the brilliance of all the priests and their disciples, who thus stood from their seats and welcomed the Lord properly by offering obeisances. Appearing as a Brahmana boy, wearing a belt of straw, a sacred thread, and upper garment of deer skin, and matted locks of hair, Vamanadeva entered the arena of sacrifice. His brilliant effulgence diminished the brilliance of all the priests and their disciples, who thus stood from their seats and welcomed the Lord properly by offering obeisances. So the Brahmins, they stood up, they left their seats, and they stood up, and they welcomed him. Bali Maharaj, jubilant at seeing Lord Vamanadev, whose beautiful limbs contributed equally to the beauty of his entire body, offered him a seat with great satisfaction. Thus offering a proper reception to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always beautiful to the liberated souls, Bali Maharaj worshipped him by washing his lotus feet. Lord Shiva, the best of demigods, who carries on his forehead the emblem of the moon, receives on his head with great devotion the Ganges water emanating from the toe of Vishnu. Being aware of religious principles, Bali Maharaj knew these. Consequently, following the footsteps of Lord Shiva, he also placed on his head the water that had washed the Lord's lotus feet. So Bali Maharaj he washed the feet of Vamanadev. And then he put that foot bathing water on his head. Bali Maharaj then told Vamanadev, "O Brahmana, I offer you my hearty welcome and my respectful obeisances. Please let us know what we may do for you. We think of you as the personified austerity of the great Brahmana sages. O my Lord, because you have kindly arrived at our home, all my forefathers are satisfied. Our family and entire dynasty have been sanctified, and the sacrifice we are performing is now complete because of your presence." So, how Bali Maharaj is praising him. "O son of a Brahmana, today the fire of sacrifice is ablaze, according to the injunction of the Shastra. And I have been freed from all the sinful reactions of my life by the water that has washed your lotus feet. O my Lord, by the touch of your small lotus feet, the entire surface of the world has been sanctified. O son of a Brahmana, it appears that you have come here to ask me for something. Therefore, whatever you want, you may take from me. O best of those who are worshipable, you may take from me a cow, gold, a furnished house, palatable food and drink, the daughter of a Brahmana for your wife, prosperous villages, horses, elephants, chariots, or whatever you desire." Ask, ask. Whatever you want to ask, ask. So nice. So tomorrow we'll speak about how Vamanadeva came and about his character and his pastimes. So for some time he stayed with Kashyapa and Aditi, and I think they bathed him and did some rituals also. Kashyapa and Aditi, I couldn't understand exactly, I couldn't hear the question of the devotee.
Jai Jai Sri Ram.